Ever feel like you suck at this job? Motherhood, I mean. Have too much anxiety and not enough patience? Too much yelling, not enough play? There's no manual, no village, no guarantees. The stakes are high. We want so badly to get it right. But this is survival mode. We're just trying to make it to bedtime. So if you're full of mom guilt, your temper scares you, you feel like you're screwing everything up, and you're afraid to admit any of those things out loud, this podcast is for you. This is Failing Motherhood. I'm Danielle Bettman, and each week we'll chat with a mom ready to be real, sharing her insecurities, her fears, her failures, and her wins. We do not have it all figured out. That's not the goal. The goal is to remind you, you are the mom your kids need. They need what you have, you are good enough, and you're not alone. I hope you pop in earbuds, somehow sneak away, and get ready to hear some hope from the trenches. You belong here, friend. We're so glad you're here. Hey, it's Danielle, your positive discipline certified parenting coach for strong-willed kids ages 2 to 10. I help defeated parents find validation, support, and proven techniques to parent their strong-willed kids with composure, connection, confidence, and cooperation through a 4-month group coaching program based on the wholehearted framework I've developed over years of working with families one-on-one. And if you just found the podcast, go to failingmotherhood.com to view a playlist of our most listened to episodes, as well as where to start if you have a strong-willed child. Now, today we're talking about working out, but this is not a New Year's resolution type thing. This is not actually about how much you work out at all. It is an analogy, but I'm going to need you to bear with me a little bit, and I am racing the clock right now. I procrastinated on writing this and need to pick up my kids in 29 minutes. And so let's do this. So let's say your goal is to get stronger or lose weight, however you want to word that. But that is what you have set out to do, is that you not only need to, walk more or do some cardio, but you really want to get stronger. Okay. So you start watching workout exercise related content to be inspired and to kind of feel like you're in the world and get lots of reminders. And that's great. And then you go to a class where you sit down and you learn about different ways to lift and different exercises to do and kind of the science behind the heart muscle and, what cardio does for, your health. And it's just very, very informational. And that's fantastic. And then you meet with a personal trainer, and together you go to their office and you discuss your own workout plan. And they customize it for you and they write it all down, and it's fantastic, and they answer your questions. But the whole time, you're never actually going to the gym. You haven't actually picked up a weight. You haven't actually gone for a run or a walk even. You haven't done anything to change your body, to get any stronger, or to challenge yourself in any way. You have talked about it a lot. You have learned about it a lot. You are more inspired, and or maybe a lot of the content's making you feel guilty a lot. You're starting to be really, really hard on yourself about why you haven't worked out yet or why you haven't gotten to the gym. And you should be going to the gym. And you really think about that a lot. It's on your mental load a lot. You write it on your calendar a lot. You have reminders on your phone. And yet you haven't done one workout. That is similar to what it is like to want to be a better parent. So you follow all the content creators and watch and listen to a lot of parenting content and experts. And you order and read one or more parenting books or watch a course. Yes, You need new perspective. Yes, you need new tools to be explained to you. Yes, there are a million topics that you have curiosity and interest in where those tools can be useful. But if you don't go to the gym, you don't get any stronger. If you don't pick up a weight and you don't go for the run, you don't get to the class, you don't get any stronger. For parenting, going to the gym is implementing. And I don't know about you, but that is so much harder in real life than having good intentions and learning about it and writing it down and having reminders. Actually implementing and then getting feedback on said implementation and then tweaking and troubleshooting and repeating and doubling down and adding weights and doing the work, sinking your teeth into it and actually becoming the person who has the routine and does the routine the personal trainer says. That is so much harder. So if we're still staying in this analogy, for me, if I really want to be sticking to a fitness plan, it is 1,000 times easier if I just actually get to the gym to get myself into the zone and push myself, whether that is going to a yoga class or just showing up for the yoga class, and then I can challenge myself once I'm there, getting on the treadmill next to a bunch of other people and then trying to outrun the person next to me, or just being next to people in the gym and there being that like community vibe. It is so much easier for me to do it once I'm there than to tell myself that I'm going to do it at home when there's no energy, no accountability around it. And I'm just trying to will myself to get off the couch or stop doing all the other things I feel like I need to do, like laundry, and actually, do push-ups or sit-ups or something. Rarely is that ever going to happen, no matter how hard I intend for it to. And if I hired a personal trainer and set up appointments with them and showed up, that would be even more accountability. They would be asking me if I did my homework. They would be literally watching me do the exercises, and they would be helping me understand why this muscle is hurting really bad and what to do differently so that doesn't happen next time. Are you with me so far? To add on to this, if you are trying to become a better parent and you are trying to get stronger, imagine having the workout plan, getting to the gym, and even trying to implement, doing it all while malnourished, right? You have the plan, you get there, you even have the personal trainer, and you have nothing to give. Your body is in a deficit. That is what it's like trying to become a better parent when you are sick, overtired, hangry, really stressed, and overall in a season of not having your needs met. Maybe that's postpartum period. Maybe that is in a really heavy season of a work project. Now, that doesn't mean you can't become a better parent at all. It just means your body isn't physically capable of getting stronger if you are malnourished. It has to get the needs met, and it's taking the vitamins and minerals it needs from other places. It is literally depleting you. That is what it's like to beat yourself up for trying to implement and then being surprised that it's not working or that you can't do what the people say to do because your brain won't think of it in that moment because it is too on fire because you have nothing to give. Agreed? And I'll apply this to one more analogy. So similar to how you learn a language, I've done Duolingo for French for a couple months. I've learned Spanish in high school and college. You can read books about that second language. You can watch content about it where people are, showing you how to order something in a restaurant. But that is nothing compared to going to that country where that language is spoken and immersing yourself in that world, hearing it, seeing it, reading it, and then needing to use that language to actually get what you need and order at the restaurant yourself. That is an accelerant like no other for you actually learning that language, right? So what I'm trying to say here is if you are doing all of these things in this analogy of trying to work on your parenting and not seeing the results and not having the outcomes you're looking for, not making a difference just based on your good intentions, even though you've learned a lot, you're not able to do it, and that implementation piece really falls short, then that makes sense. You're talking about working out without working out. Now, the reason why I do what I do and I recommend what I do is because it's designed incredibly strategically and comprehensively to be an immersive experience, to offer personal training inside of a established gym full of people that have made the same commitment and are showing up in the same ways and bouncing their good vibes off of you for motivation. And then being able to tweak and troubleshoot and prescribe certain ways around things, how to solve the problems you're experiencing, and giving you exactly what you need to unlock the capability you had the whole time to actually do it and work out and use the new scripts and transform your mindset and interpret the behaviors differently and parent as a team for the first time and just be the parent that you always have wanted to be. So it's like being in this immersive environment and having all of that support, that high level of support, pours gasoline on good intentions. The way I designed things is accelerated progress for the parent who wants more than just watching others working out. They want an approach that's comprehensive and immersive. They want to digest it and do it, not just think about it. It offers the ability to have tools and coping mechanisms for your stress management first that then become the foundation, like eating the protein bar and being able to not be malnourished so that your muscles have what they need to repair and become stronger. So that you can manage behaviors, strengthen your mindset, and unlock connection. It provides an unlimited amount of individualized solutions and community like no other. I really feel like the questions where parents run into walls and they say, okay, bedtime last night was a nightmare, or this is the note home from school, how do we handle it? Or I tried this and it didn't work and I'm not sure why, can I break down what I tried? What do I do when I keep running into, why do I keep saying no? Or why do I keep bribing or threatening? Or why do I keep, my kid keeps yelling no in my face, I don't know what to do when they do that. That is, that's the meat, that's the fuel, that's the where the rubber hits the road, because you finally get to work one step at a time through the hottest fire and literally, I call it reckoning with the tools and the process to a place where it doesn't just become something that you implement in the short term, but it becomes your way of being. It becomes the new default way of thinking for you as a parent. It becomes much deeper ingrained strategies because you have tried them so many times. You have asked questions about them. You have brought up fears or hesitations with them. You have individualized them so you find what works for your personality and your kid's personality. that is like your muscles needing to actually break down every time they work out so that they can be stronger. If you just pick up a weight that you already can pick up and do it once, you don't get any stronger. You have to challenge yourself. You have to reckon through the scaffolding up and doing one thing that's a little bit harder today than you did yesterday. For any change, any self-development that you want to work on, right? So what I do inside of a group coaching program, that type of technique, workout, whatever, is best for if you as a parent, you check the boxes of the worrying warrior parent that I lay out in my masterclass, being calm and confident, and your child checks all the boxes for the strong-willed temperament that I describe within that masterclass. And if you have not listened to that yet, and you've been listening to the podcast for a while, and you know you need to get off the couch and start working out, then go listen to that masterclass, and that will be the last probably springboard you need into figuring out how to get through whatever you're struggling with. So you have to check those boxes. You also have to have the majority of the stress in your marriage be related to parenting, where you know you want to support each other. You have a lot of communication and mutual respect, but you are just still fall short because neither one of you knows how to handle these objectively stressful, challenging moments. And the majority of the behavior challenges that your child struggles with are at home and or worse with one parent than the other, because then we know that it is relationship based and there's a lot that we can influence at home. So if you're a parent who knows that they don't need more generalized info and they want to get in the game and have individualized support, and if you know your time is precious and you need to be able to learn on the go and make the most of the time you have, and if your partner is an engaged parent and they want to get their questions answered too, and they're kind of a tell me what to do parent, and you as a family crave connection and community, and you care about your relationship with your child, if you have at all in the past valued working with a mentor who has been there, done that, and is able to hold your hand and push you more than you're going to naturally push yourself, and if you're willing to put in the work when it's actually proven to work and you can trust your coach and trust the process, and you want to surround yourself with uplifting and powerful conversations with other really vulnerable, honest, and committed cycle-breaking parents, and ultimately you really finally just want to go from 10 meltdowns a week down to 2, go from dreading pickup to feeling like besties, and strengthening your personal confidence and your family's resilience and your marriage along the way, then my group coaching program is for you. If you are one of those few parents, and I only accept about 4 a month, but if you check all of those boxes, then you are my people. And if you are ready to make better days inevitable, then go to my website, parentingwholeheartedly.com, watch that Calm and Confident masterclass with your partner, then hit the apply now button and share a little bit more about your family. And then you will schedule a time that works for all 3 of us to chat and learn more and answer all your questions prior to making a commitment and investment in your family. And like anything else, like weight loss, like working out, a really impactful short-term investment you can reap the rewards of for years and years and years to come. So it's never too late, but always better sooner than later. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that this has been convicting in a good way. I hope you're able to find where you're at on kind of that pendulum of that analogy. And I hope you feel inspired to not just talk about working out, but get in the game and implement. And if you can't seem to break through your own good intentions, then when you know more, you can do better, right? And everyone deserves a high level of support when parenting, especially if you're taking parenting seriously. And we are here to cheer you on and support you and help you break through to better days. So, I made it. Less than 29 minutes, just by the buzzer. I believe in you, and I'm cheering you on. See you next week. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Failing Motherhood. Your kids are so lucky to have you. If you loved this episode, take a screenshot right now and share it in your Instagram stories and tag me. If you're loving the podcast, be sure that you've subscribed and leave a review so we can help more moms know that they are not alone if they feel like they're failing motherhood on a daily basis. And if you're ready to transform your relationship with your strong-willed child and invest in the support you need to make it happen, schedule your free consultation using the link in the show notes. I can't wait to meet you. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. I believe in you, and I'm cheering you on.